Hello everyone, my name's Jim Bob. How the hell are ya? So, it's time to double down with a speed round. Now, I haven't done a speed round review in well over a year, so let me quickly explain what they are because I've gained new subscribers since then. So basically, a speed round review is a review of a movie or a TV show where I don't have that much to say about it, so I'll talk about them as fast as I can within a 2 to 3 minute time frame. So without further ado, let's get on with this review. Soul is Pixar's latest animated feature that dropped on Disney Plus on Christmas Day. The story follows Gardner, a musical band teacher who's slowly losing his passion for music, and when he finally hits the gig of his life, which could change his career forever, he falls into the great before, a land full of, you guessed it, souls. Soul is definitely one of the most heartfelt movies that I've seen all year. The stuff this movie dives into is pretty deep. It dives into death, regret, and the very purpose of life, what you're going to do with yourself, how you should live it to your fullest. Joe is one of those characters which I think adults will relate to a lot more than kids will, but the film has a great emphasis on the meaning of life and what it means to be alive. Joe, in a near-death experience, doesn't want to die, while the little soul with no body, called 22, doesn't even want to be alive. But what's fascinating about Joe's character development is that it's all done and told through 22's emotional growth and learning again what it means to be alive. So this movie hit all those high emotional tendencies that a Pixar film is known to do, and a hell of a lot more. The only flaw I can think of really is just the fact that it seems a little overly complex for it to resonate with kids, in the same way that it does with adults. So Soul is very much aimed at an older audience. I think the way this film differs from most Pixar films as well is the fact that it doesn't overly rely on the comedy. This is probably one of the least funniest Pixar films, but it sort of ups on the emotion and lowers the comedy a little bit. And sometimes I can appreciate a film for making sacrifices like that. For example, Avengers Endgame sacrificed action, blockbuster, superhero stuff, at least up until the end anyway, for the emotional punch. This film sacrifices the usual Pixar goofiness for its emotional punch, and I really appreciate that. But not to say that both can't work in the same film, obviously. But it's such a huge breath of fresh air to know that Pixar are still making original ideas with this movie. Unlike Disney, who were just hell-bent on making more Marvel stuff, more Star Wars stuff, or trashing their old classics. It reminded me a lot of Inside Out, which is one of my favourite Pixar films of all time. The way it tells its stories through these wacky little characters, Inside Out's characters were emotions inside this little girl's head, and in this film, souls are essentially the personalities that will imprint on a real person when they get a body. So overall, Soul has beautiful animation, great performances from Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey. There's a beautiful message about loving life, living it to your fullest, and just having a laugh. And I loved every minute of it. Soul gets an A+. So guys, Soul is the final film that I will watch in 2020. So now I'm going to work on my top 10 video of the best and worst movies of the year. Stay tuned for that. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do here, consider clicking that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Remember, it's not just a movie, it's an experience. Take care everyone, and have a good day.